Mira, buen sinvergüenza, ¿qué es lo que tú te piensas, Coño, que yo te vivo llamando y tú no contestas el teléfono, coño, dime.
Medicina de amor quiero de ti, porque tú eres la mujer que me puede curar mi cáncer de amor.
What's poppin'? Welcome to the Seeing Verguenza podcast, featuring your boy Jimmy Lucca. Got my boy Manny here, making me feel very comfortable. Shout out to Phil, camera guy. I'm gonna shout him out, give him his little. What's the Instagram name gonna be? Yeah, like what's your official camera guy name? Just your first and last name? Fuck. All right, whatever. You couldn't like abbreviate it like everybody's doing? FLSPR. How do you even like abbreviate? Yo, so first things first, we're going to address the elephant in the room. Take as needed. They fucked me over. I asked Dennis if I could babysit his cat. He thought some fishy shit was going down. He discriminated. He thought I was gonna, put his cat through some jigsaw shit, and I didn't feel that. I feel like he saw me as like a savage Dominican guy who was gonna abuse his cat, and we don't do that shit, man. I wanted to take care of his cat, and then Jenna sided with him for whatever fucking reason, and that's what happened. So, nah. In all seriousness, Seeing Verguenza is just, we had a little bit of a difference in opinion. We wanted to go in different directions, but we still want you guys to support both, like you would with Marvel and DC. Actually, that's a bad analogy because y'all don't want to support Marvel and DC. Motherfuckers got to pick sides. Pick mine. Nah, I'm just fucking around. Seeing Verguenza, like I said on my Instagram, is basically a saying in Latin culture. It translated technically, it means shameless, but Spanish mothers just want to fucking throw that shit at you for whatever reason. Like my mother, if you're gonna hear it in the intro, she was bugging on me because I didn't answer the phone. I text her every day though, but I'm still seeing Verguenza for that. It boils down to shameless. You get called that if you're, Dominican, Puerto Rican, whatever, that shit just flies out of your mother's mouth for whatever reason. You didn't fucking put the toilet seat down after you left the bathroom. You're seeing Verguenza. You know what I'm saying? You pulled up to the family party without a lineup, which will never happen to me because my barber in the room, he takes care of me. You're seeing Verguenza. That's what the fuck that means, man. But don't listen to this podcast and think, oh, this is just for, the Latin culture. If I'm white, I can't listen to this. This is for everybody. This is for all the Seeing Verguenzas all around the world. If you want to translate it to Shameless, whatever, I'm not fucking changing my Instagram name. There might be some trouble with the Shameless show on Showtime. I'm not trying to get into that legal shit. Moving forward, though, so I could get past that whole, hi, my name is Jimmy, and we're not doing that whole intervention shit. So earlier today, because we like to do this, I'm carrying this on with me from my Take As Needed crew. Shout out to them, where we go through the week and everything like that. The first thing that popped in my head was earlier today, I was outside, and my neighbor, I fuck with him, but I don't know him. And he came up to me while I was outside, drunk as fuck. You could tell he just came from like a hospital, or he just had a very rough time. His sons dropped him off, this old Guatemalan guy. And he comes up to me fucking stumbling and slurring his words, and in Spanish, he's like, yo, I'm drunk And it's fucking 3 in the afternoon on a Sunday. And I'm like, yo, you good? And he's like, yeah, I'm just drunk, man. I'm drunk. They're upset with me. I'm like, dude, if you need anything, I got you. He's like, yo, I love you. I didn't say I love you back. I feel like I got to be drunk for that. But it made me think about, like, in that moment, I was looking at him and I was like, yo, this nigga is drunk. He doesn't love me. We don't know each other. We don't at all. We're just neighbors. We say hi and bye to each other. I say he works third shift and we don't see each other. We don't know each other. But he's drunk and all of a sudden he fucking loves me. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? But it made me think about the times that I've been drunk and I tell people I love them when I don't fucking know them. Like Manny, for example, I'm pretty sure when I first met him, we were both drunk at Troop. And I was like, yo, I love you, man. I did not know that nigga at all, but I loved him. I was sure that I loved him when I was drunk. Oh, that shit was a little interesting, but it definitely made me reflect on myself. Yo, you can't tell people you love them when you're drunk. Like, that shit's not at all genuine. Another thing I thought about was this week I had an atrocious ass thing at work. Me and Phil actually work together. Shout out to him. For some reason, my fucking supervisor thought it was a good idea to have jalapeno M&Ms in the drawer. Yeah, what, right? What? Jalapeno M&Ms. And one of my coworkers comes up to me and he's like, yo, try this shit. And it's a fucking M&M. These motherfuckers got like peanut, crispy, pretzel. It's all fucking regular shit. So I'm like, yo, this is gonna be just a regular M&M. What the fuck could go wrong? It's gonna be some new shit like walnut or something, some regular fucking M&M. And I put it in my mouth. He waits for me to put it in my mouth to tell me, oh, it's a new jalapeno M&M. Word. Thanks for telling me while I have it in my mouth. So I'm chewing on this shit, and it's the worst fucking thing I've ever had. It's terrible. Why the fuck would you put a jalapeno in an M&M? And then I looked it up online. The other two flavors were fucking regular shit. Coconut, and then I forgot what the other one was, but it was regular shit, and then you just have jalapeno, like that little fucking stepbrother that just comes over, and you're just like, and you're chilling with your regular brothers, and your stepbrother comes over, and you're like, oh, he's just fucking there. Who the fuck is gonna buy jalapeno M&Ms? That shit was terrible. You know what else is terrible? Every single thing about St. Patty's Day is amazing, but corned beef hash. Are you Irish, Phil? No? Corned beef hash is fucking terrible. I love every single thing about St. Patty's Day. St. Patty's Day was last weekend, if you guys haven't, been fucking living under a rock and shit. Everything about St. Patty's Day I love. Drinking? Really? Duh. Who the fuck doesn't love drinking? Corned beef hash, if motherfuckers don't know, is beef and cabbage. I said corned beef hash. I just realized that. We'll just fucking act like that didn't happen. Corned beef is beef, cabbage, carrots, and like a whole bunch of vegetables. And I don't have a problem with vegetables, man. He's like, yo, I'm gonna kill you, nigga. I'm a vegan. I love vegetables. But corned beef is fucking terrible. And what's even worse is people sending that shit to me on St. Patty's Day like it's a fire-ass plate on Thanksgiving. Like if it was like fucking lasagna and pernil and moro and fucking and 3 pastelitos and just a fire-ass plate on Thanksgiving, but it's not. It's fucking corned beef and cabbage. It's fucking terrible. And I love my Irish people. My fucking daughter's Irish. You know what I'm saying? I have Irish friends. I love my Irish people. I love fucking drinking with my Irish people, but I fucking hate corned beef. And if you send me another Snapchat like that again, I'm fucking blocking you. I legitimately blocked somebody on St. Patty's Day because they were like, oh, I'm gonna just fucking send them this fucking plate because it's fire. Like, confidently. Yo, corned beef, fire emojis. No. Terrible. Trash. If you send me a picture of Guinness, I'm gonna be like, yo, where you at? Corned beef, I'm gonna be like, yo, stay the fuck away from me. That's it. And then, I came up with a list of things I'd rather eat than corned beef. And I'm a go through this list very, very carefully. Again, things I would rather eat than corned beef. Little Caesars, a payday bar, coleslaw by itself, nothing else, just no side, just coleslaw. Denny's outside of 3 in the morning. Outside of being drunk, just fucking 10 o'clock in the morning. Oh, where do we want to eat? There's a bunch of dope ass, fucking good ass local breakfast spots. I want Denny's because that is the choice over corned beef. Ass, that one I actually enjoy. And then a New York system wiener all the way with ketchup over corned beef. Everybody, she's like, what the fuck? That's the point. Corned beef. Have you tried corned beef? You like it? Yeah, it's fucking. She said, hell no. It's really. It's just too mushy. Have you tried it, Phil? You like corned beef? I love corned beef. I'm fucking Irish as fuck. No, corned beef is so. That's, yo. He said pass. It has beef in it. That's it. It's a no for him. That's it. It's so bad. Oh my God. And I was serious about that New York system shit. You're not supposed to put ketchup on your wiener in New York system. It's like a sin. If I go to New York system with you and you put ketchup on your wiener, I'm gonna smack the shit out of you. I love New York system. What I fucking hate about New York system is the fact that they fuck it. When you go to New York and get a fucking hot dog, it's a fucking hot dog. It's just this motherfucker is at a cart and you ask him for a hot dog. For some reason, it's $2.50 when it probably costs like 50 cents to make. He fucking opens the shit. He brings out the hot dog out of like this pool of nasty ass water. And it's just a fucking hot dog. You put ketchup, relish, mustard on it. If you're fucking psychotic, you put relish on it. New York system, though they call them wieners, pause. It's basically a dog or a wiener, what they call in New England. And they got beef on it, onions, and mustard, and then some type of salt. Celery salt? Celery salt. It's fucking fire. But listening to that, you just feel like shit for putting it in your body. And then, on top of that, you don't just get one, you don't just get two, you don't get three, you get four. And if you're me, you get five. You get 5 wieners all the way. And then on top of that, you get cheese fries. And then yes, thank you. And then on top of that, you get a fucking coffee milk. All of that shit together. You're not proud of doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's fire. It tastes fire. But you're not fucking proud of walking into a place like that. And then on top of everything else, they fucking serve you the shit off their forearm. These motherfuckers is like, they just fucking slapping it on their forearm like, yo, my shit's been sweaty. I'm behind this fucking hot ass stove, but I'm gonna serve you these fucking wieners off my forearm. There's no napkins. There's no nothing. I swear to God, this place is probably on Food Network. It's great, but these motherfuckers is selling it to you off your and somehow it's not shut down. If it was New York, I'm pretty sure they would have like the fucking D grading outside of their like place for like a health code violation. I'm not too sure about that, but I still eat it. I'm talking shit. what I was getting to is you go in there with all this shit going down, with all the shit you're putting in your body, on top of the fucking guy's sweat off of his forearm, and you're not proud of it, and you go in, and and if you're me, you go up to the guy and you're like, sir, what would you have today, boss? And your voice is like mad low. You're like, sir, and he's like, yeah, well, what are you having? I just want 5 wieners all the way. Let me get 5 wieners all the way for this fat fuck over here. Wow, thanks. All right, this one I need you to keep it between us. I need a side order of cheese fries. Let me get an order of cheese fries over here for this dead man walking. Should I even ask for the coffee milk for this fucking fat fuck over here? That's how they fucking shout your shit out. They put your shit on full blast. No respect. I'm not proud of coming in here, man. I'm not proud of ordering all this fucking shit that's gonna go into my body and give me the shits and at some point in my life is gonna be a reason for a heart attack. But for some reason you want to fucking shout my shit out. That's cool. Totally worth it. Every time. All the wieners off your forearm. Let's go. Fucking. Oh my God. I was going down Facebook and first of all, The Walking Dead was a fire ass show at one point. Now it's trash. 4 solid seasons. Maybe 5. I'll give them 5. 4 or 5 solid seasons. And I just feel like these motherfuckers were like, at first it was like, oh, it's a zombie apocalypse. And it was a fire, like I said, fire show. Zombie apocalypse. I'll smack the shit out of anybody if they're like, oh, it's just zombies and blah, blah, blah. No, it was way deeper than zombies. You had like, it had the question of how would people act in an apocalyptic setting? And people are dickheads in an apocalyptic setting. No surprise. People are dickheads in a non-apocalyptic setting. Add some zombies, people are fucking assholes. They're deeper than assholes. So season 1, the show is pretty much how much are people assholes in an apocalyptic setting. And in season 1, the main character's homeboy fucked his wife. That happens regularly. It's not really... Walking Dead, yeah, it was still fire first season. Season 2, if I remember well, was a hardcore Christian guy who was like holding on to his faith with God and was like storing zombies in his fucking barn. Pretty fucked up. And lost his family too. The zombies were, yeah, he had like a sister and a wife, at least a wife or something in the barn. It was crazy. Season 3, you had this governor guy who was, in my opinion, the best season of The Walking Dead. Like when the governor showed up, it was just fucking insane. But then it just started getting crazy. So it was like we're gonna have like the murderer, and then we're gonna have the murderer who. You had the murderers, you had the cannibals, you had the rapey people, which are in all apocalyptic setting movies. And then on top of that, they just started getting bored. And then season 5 or 6 came around and they were like, what can we do now? We already reached we had cannibalism, we had creepy guys, we had murderers, we had guys who fucked their homeboys' wives, which, like I said, happens in real life without zombies, sadly. What can we do now? Let's make all of that in one, but give him a bat that has barbed wire around it. Let's just add the bat to all of that. Word. I just feel like they're fucking getting bored. I feel like the next villain is going to be like the guy with the barbed wire bat, but when he kills you, he's going to make you listen to Nickelback. And then beyond that, it's going to be like Nickelback and Creed. And they're just getting fucking bored. Anyway, I'm scrolling. I don't want. The point is, I don't watch the show anymore. And when I get on my Facebook and I scroll down, there's an ad for The Walking Dead, and Michonne is pregnant with like Rick's kid. I'm assuming, right? And it made me think, why the fuck in every single apocalyptic setting movie or show it is okay to make babies? Every single fuck, and it's not the first time in that show that motherfuckers get it on and the pull-out game is just not there for whatever reason. Like there's zombies all around, but let's fucking make a kid. What? And it's always white people. It's always white people. They're the bravest. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the bravest. If y'all would really have a baby in an apocalyptic setting, that's fucking brave. So you had A Quiet Place, I think was another one. You had, which is an amazing movie. You had other seasons of The Walking Dead. You got Bird Box was another movie that I seen that shit in. Yo, what is the deal? Like, is your pull-out game actually not strong in an apocalyptic setting? How is the pull-out? I got some people in here right now. How is the pull-out game in an apocalyptic setting? Is it strong or is it not strong? It's weak. You're too, like, that might be it. That might be it. I might just be talking shit, and like when we fucking go through an alien invasion, I'm just gonna be fucking tapping something, and I'm just gonna be looking around, not paying attention. But at that point, I just wouldn't be able to even go. You gotta fucking worry about aliens and shit hopping around all over the place. The zombies. I'm good, bro. I appreciate you though. I just don't understand. There's no way my pullout game is gonna be extra strong, and clearly with my daughter in my life, it's very weak. But in an apocalyptic setting, I guarantee you that my pullout game is going to be strong. Because that just made absolutely no fucking sense to me whatsoever. When you make these movies and shows, stop having people have kids. It's unrealistic. I'm telling you, it'll never happen. We got to talk about this shit, clearly. If not, I would feel very, very empty on this podcast if I didn't. Kodak Black called young M.A. I say M.A. I say M.A. and then people are like, Young Ma. I'm like, yo, there's a fucking dot in her name. It's M.A. That's her name. Don't tell me otherwise, unless she takes the dot out of her name. Kodak Black in 2019 not only called young M.A. a dyke, but he said he'd fuck her. And I think not only said he'd fuck her, but he said he will. What? And then people were like, oh my God, Kodak Black is a fucking weirdo. Really? You had no idea? So I'm just going to play this audio for you real quick. Because Kodak Black is a weirdo, but that's really nothing new. Here is Pimpin' Ain't Easy. I'm gonna play the fucking chorus for you real quick.
Tired, they dead, flies everywhere. Y'all know that. It's the Kodak.
Never understand what he's saying.
You play, you late.
Ever.
Ain't no punk in me. Ain't no punk in me, but I be pulling out scrap.
He pull out the what?
I'm a dyke, son.
He's a dyke. That's what he said. All right, ready for this fucking ridiculous ass chorus right now?
Niggas bun hey. I be pulling out scraps when he fuck niggas. I go young and May on these dumb bitches. Like a dyke, man, you niggas can't fuck with me. If a nigga say it's up, then it's stuck with me. What's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I'm invincible, niggas can't beat me. Hey, what's the principle? Pimpin' ain't easy. I'm invincible, niggas can't beat me. I was in an A5, me a
Kodak Black.
I've been out 6 months, made 4 million. Slime.
First of all, we fucking knew that Kodak Black was weird. Kodak Black.
My love, I'm fucking with her, dice, she the one. Kodak don't show no remorse. I be automatic trying to get a nigga touch. Kodak on tour with his boys. Said they got a whole gun store on the buzz. Missy Elliott come and sex me. Hopping off a jet to a jet ski. I be bought a nigga like the music. I'm thugging in my Reebok, I never need Gucci. I don't even see the confusion. I'm fucking young and made long as she got a coochie.
Okay. I'm fucking young M.A. long as she got a coochie. I don't mean it. I really don't mean to laugh at that. I'm laughing at the fact that Kodak Black is really not all there at all. And it's not the fucking like this is no surprise. That's my shit. I'm not making an excuse for it in no way, shape, or form at all. In what? Is he from Florida? He's from Florida. Florida. Man, he was like Florida. Florida. Kodak Black is more than fucking weird. I've been saying this shit for mad long. People are like, "Yo, you're mean," and blah blah. Now he calls Young M.A. a dyke, and he says, "I will fuck Young M.A." He's weird. Kodak Black, ladies and gentlemen, is not playing with a full deck. Kodak Black, and you will understand this if you grew up in the hood. Everybody that grew up in the hood has this friend or knows this person. He's that friend of yours that you thought all along was a gangster. But he's not actually a gangster. He's just mentally challenged. And you don't want to fucking tell him that, because if you tell him that, if you ask, "Hey, yo, are you playing with a full deck, bro?" He's just gonna fucking pop you, and he will. He'll shoot you. He'll probably just kill you on sight for asking him that. Something's wrong with Kodak Black. I don't know what. I actually sympathize for the guy. Phil mentioned to me before the show started that Kodak Black, he had that interview where he had the fucking ski mask on in the Breakfast Club, and I was like, "Yo, this motherfucker, he's like me. He's got anxiety. He's just putting on a ski mask in the studio to feel comfortable." No, he is. There's something wrong with him. Kodak Black, he fucking came on scene with the fucking hairdo that made him look like early concept art for The Simpsons, like a character on The Simpsons. I mean, motherfucker went to jail skinny and came out fat. Who the fuck goes to jail skinny and comes out fat? Who does that? What type of reverse Uno card shit is that? You go into jail skinny and you come out fat. What the fuck? Like, what? Oh my God. And aside from all that, I'm not making excuses for him. I'm just saying there's something off. It's more than him being weird. He's something's fucking wrong with him. You don't, aside from that, realistically, for my ladies, you just don't fucking do that. You don't not only say I want to fuck you, but I'm gonna fuck you as long as you got a cool. No. If you have like some type of attraction to what you call dyke, I've never heard dyke be said since like middle school. And I have lesbian friends who the only thing I've heard them say about themselves or like their girls is like stud, but that's pretty much it. If you have like a fantasy where you're attracted to a lesbian, then you don't fucking go up to her and be like, "Yo, I'm fucking you," because you got a coochie. You put that shit in your fucking pocket. You fucking hold on to that fucking urge that you have. You go home. You go on Pornhub. And in his case, you find the fucking shit that fits you best. You go on Pornhub and you type in his case, mentally challenged rapper gets lucky with stud. That's it. And at that point, you're not fucking disrespecting another female. You're respecting her by not saying anything and just going home and beating your meat. That's it. That's why porn is there, Kodak Black. I mean, I have a thing for mothers, but I'm not. Over the years, I haven't gone up to a fucking significant other's mother and being like, "Yo, I'm fucking you." No. I go home after we went on a date or whatever, and for some reason, if I didn't get any, I go home. I go on Pornhub, and there's a bunch of fucking my girlfriend's mother shit. I'm not fucking doing that. Porn is there so you could satisfy the urge and respect women. That's it. That's the key. Thank you, Pornhub. Don't never say I don't got lessons in my shit. I talked about this briefly on the last podcast, I believe. I saw A Star Is Born, and I cried. And I watched it a second time, and I cried. I went through that part. I'm not proud of it. But in 2019, we're allowed to be open about that shit. I fucking cried through a movie. Yes. So what? I cried through Lion King. I cried through not Titanic, not The Notebook. Those are that just makes no sense. Simba's father dying, that makes a lot of fucking sense. And I'm not trying to be all tough, but if you're gonna, A Star Is Born is a chick flick. It's a chick flick. I cried through that one. All those something Sparks. Can somebody help me out? His last name is Sparks. He makes all the fucking chick flicks. Notebook, all that. I'll get his name after. Whatever. All of those movies, it's the same shit. Somebody always ends up dying or loses their memory. It's usually loses their memory. Always. So much that fucking Adam Sandler made a spoof about it, and it's called 50 First Dates. Because so many of those movies were made where the fucking female loses her memory. Never the guy, the female. And then the guy has to fucking be like, oh, it's me. We're married. You're not fucking the chef of this restaurant. So, about A Star Is Born, I cried through that movie. What I didn't talk about is Bradley Cooper's character having a fetish in that movie. And if you see A Star Is Born, if you haven't seen A Star Is Born, but you know Lady Gaga, you know that Lady Gaga's got like I guess a bigger nose. And they used that in the movie. That her thing in the movie was, I have a big nose and I feel like I haven't made it with my singing career because of my face. And Bradley Cooper was like, this is Bradley Cooper, the microphone. And Lady Gaga's like, I hate my nose. I haven't been able to make it because of my nose. And Bradley Cooper's like, what? You got the fucking most beautiful nose ever. And he's mad drunk, so he's like, you got the fucking the greatest nose. And she's like, really? I hate my nose. And he just goes. And it's just in slow motion. His fucking finger just runs down her nose in slow motion. It's like the most, I swear to God, you're imagining it, but on God, it's in like super ESPN slow-mo. Like his fucking finger just goes right down her nose, slow-mo, and this like hard fucking rock and roll plays in the background. And it's like that scene where like that scene in the movie where they fucking fall in love and she's like, and they're both like, we're gonna fucking make love and make a kid and ruin each other's lives. Let's go. Because I fucking find your nose attractive. Yeah. I related to that scene because I love feet. I do. If a girl has attractive feet, like Bradley Cooper thought her nose was attractive, that's me all the way. I rub the foot from top to bottom. I suck the toes. And I didn't realize until I saw that scene that that's how it is. In the moment, it just feels so slow motion. Like I'm just looking at that foot. Like Bradley Cooper looked at that nose and like touched that nose from top to bottom. Like if it was like a beautiful female body that he was admiring. Like that's how I look at attractive feet. I'm just like, yo, this foot got curves. It's look at the indent in the foot right here. Look at the toes, how they just curl. I love every single fucking thing about this foot. Everything. That's how Bradley Cooper is looking at the nose. And Bradley Cooper, you my nigga, because you said it was okay for niggas to have weird fetishes. Shout out to you. Oh, man. I was going to do this shit real quick. Next time I suck on a girl's toes, this is going to be playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? This is from A Star Is Born. Oh, man. Yeah, this is that song that was playing at like the Oscars, and everybody was like, "They're in love." No, they weren't just in a movie or anything, playing the part. Just look at that fucking foot and be like, "Yo, get your asses over here." That's another thing about feet. So you got options. You got one foot, and then you got the other foot. You don't just have one toe, but you have the other toe. And I'm gonna just get mad, like, just so passionate about feet with this song in the background. I'm gonna just be like, yo, this little piggy went in my mouth. This other little piggy went in my mouth. And, oh, I think I'm done. Just like that. Off of feet. You guys say I'm weird? Ask Bradley Cooper about the nose thing, because that's a little fucking, that's even weirder. If you're like me and you can't fucking wait until Tuesday when you can save a little money, I went to go see Us this weekend. Twice. And I'm not going to spoil it. You guys didn't see it? I am a scene Verguenza. He said I'm a scene. I didn't even watch. So it's amazing. Jordan Peele is amazing. I saw Get Out. I went to go see Get Out after some buzz. It was out in the movies for like 3 weeks, and it was everything that everyone was saying it was. It was a different horror movie. Have you guys seen Get Out? All right. In Get Out, it's a different horror movie. Interracial couple. The dude is black and the girl is white, and he goes to visit her family for the weekend, and it's just fucking crazy. It's crazy. I'm not gonna spoil it because someone in this room hasn't watched it yet, but it was a different horror movie. And then Jordan Peele, he rode that wave. He came out with Us, and Us, it's got like the biggest box office opening in horror movie history now. It's crazy. It was great though. I'm gonna talk my shit. However, Jordan Peele, I go to watch horror movies to get scared. I don't go to watch horror movies to fucking try to piece shit together. This is not a Chris Nolan movie where Chris Nolan has his like mindfuck movies where the whole movie is, oh my God, this shit's fucking fire, is dope. And then at the end of the movie, you're like, yo, what the fuck did I just watch? And so I love it. I do love it. But it's like a bittersweet thing because you're like, yo, why don't I fucking get it? Like you could watch the movie like 6 or 7 times, but you still don't fucking get it. For some reason, you could watch the movie even 8 more times and still not get it. Inception was the dream and a 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 dream. So much that they had to like fall 6 different times to wake up. In Interstellar, another Chris Nolan movie, he traveled so far into space and then ended up in a black hole and then ended up being a ghost in his daughter's room. How? You watch a fucking horror movie and it's just scary music, it's jump scares, it's bitches getting possessed and stabbing themselves in their area with a crucifix. It's bitches coming out of TVs. It's bitches going down the stairs with their backs all twisted. This bitch is doing crazy shit. But now, so far, Jordan Peele's introduced this new era of this new genre of horror where you're not only getting scared, which is bad enough as it is, but you don't know what the fuck is going on. And the crazy part, this is the shit. You knew the movie was gonna be scary enough when it starts off with this fucking music right here. You know a movie's gonna be fucked up when it starts off with this. Yeah, you see, this is some like brujeria shit. Brujeria, translated witchcraft. This is like, we're selling your soul to the devil right now for 99 cents. Free shipping and handling. Amazon Prime, so you're going to get it tomorrow. And have a nice time in hell. The movie starts off with that music. And you saw the trailer. They're fucking, they get attacked by themselves. That's why the movie's called Us. They're us. And I'm not gonna spoil it. I was gonna spoil it originally, but we have people in this room who didn't watch it. Honestly, Jordan Peele, I need fucking answers, bro. When I watch horror movies, I just want to get scared. I don't want to fucking go on Google after and look up 4 different fucking theories and still have to figure it out, because at the end of the day, the motherfuckers writing these theories are people like me who are just making shit up to try to make sense of this movie. I need answers, bro. You answered Get Out like fucking 2 years later, and that was great and all, but where the fuck were the answers then? Probably not going to get the answers to Us for another 4 years, but it's cool. I still fucked with it. To me, Us was still, you know what I'm saying, I had no complaints, 10 out of 10. Awesome movie, but don't expect to know what the fuck is going on when you're done with that movie. You're going to take some guesses, and you're going to fail, and you're not going to know what happened until later, unless he's like fucking Quentin Tarantino and you got to make up your own shit. Guys, that wraps it up for the week. Shout out to Phil Cipriano, since that's the name that he's going to use for his camera guy name. Shout out to everyone else who showed up. Shout out to BOA Studios. Thing is going on this week. Bounce House, hosted by Stay Silent, PVD. I'm going to try to make it over there, guys. It's always lit. You already know the deal. Shout out to BO8, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.